Yes, in the interview with Rock Bottom radio show and YouTube channel, the Hedvig Mollestad Trio, Hedvig guitars, Alan bass, Ivar drums. It's nice to have you in this interview. How is the run of the tour so far?
This is the...
First gig?
No. This is first gig in Germany since a month ago.
It's the 10th gig after we started, if you count with the European
absolutely.
leg of it. So yes, it's good. It's all good.
Yeah. And how is the material of your newest album accepted? Smells funny? Are the fans familiar, or how would you see it?
Yes, I absolutely think that some of the songs are. We've chosen to, end the set with it and have used them as highlights. So I think they work quite well.
Some of them are really, you can feel that the audience appreciate it extra much. A few of them, I would say.
Oh yeah, that's good. And you are an instrumental band. So how hard is it to find titles for instrumentals?
For the songs?
Yeah, for the songs. That's hard.
No, that's...
we usually find a theme that it could be
like a subject within
politics
especially,
or all the history, like legends or something. We just pull out some of it, not a very obvious thing, but we know what it means. So
could be intern things, humor.
Yeah,
and it could be that a riff or a part of the song just remind you of something. For example, we wrote a song together, and somehow it reminded me of the Led Zeppelin song Kashmir, just a bit, and then we decided to call it Kathmandu. Because it's just some Asian amount. I mean, for example, at least
so
that's
those,
what I thought.
Kind of links, absolutely.
Maybe,
And also Beastie from the latest record.
Yeah.
The opening riff reminds me a lot about Sabotage.
Yeah.
From the Beastie Boys. So it's a kind of a homage in a way.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of the Beastie Boys, so I can't.
Shame on you, man.
So yes, and my favorite track is the first thing to pop is The Eye. So what's behind this title? It's for me the greatest song. Every song is great, but this is the greatest song for me personally. So what's behind this
What
title?
do you think? That's a little bit interesting. What would you think?
First thing to pop is The Eye. I don't have any idea.
Well, we can tell you. We played in
Finland
3 years ago or something, 2 years ago, and we landed in Helsinki and had to drive for almost 4 hours to where the festival we were going to play were, and then we got a driver that was actually just insane, totally mental, and then. The first thing he said to us was that he had been a soldier in the war at Balkan, and that he had seen his friend die, and that the first thing that happens when the body dies is that
because he was left in the ditch with his dead friends, and he told us that the first thing when a man is rotting is that the eye will pop.
And this was the first. He said like, "Hello, I used to be in the war," and was like.
Yeah.
What?
And we drove past just a place and said, a lot of people commit suicide here. And he was driving way too fast, and we all thought we were going to die. If we don't die in a car crash, this guy is going to kill us. So that's why we wrote this. She wrote this. I
have an idea. So yes, your music is very, very versatile, and it contains elements of prog rock, psychedelic, and free jazz. So which artist did you influence? Because it's so versatile. It's not easy to put it in drawers.
I think it's really hard to say what kind of artist that we put in it, because I think it's actually easier for others to have references to it.
Yeah.
Because we listen to so much. I mean, I like a lot of music that she necessarily doesn't like.
No, dislike maybe even.
And so, but we have something in common, I guess. I mean, we love. I mean, people often label this music like jazz, Sabbath, or whatever, and we like Black Sabbath, I would say, and Miles Davis
and Terje Rypdal, the Norwegian guitar player. Also because of the band he had with Bjørn Kjellmyr and Audun Kleive, it was really like open.
And we all love Mahavishnu.
Yeah.
a lot.
Norwegian orchestra. And that's also, we have a song called Laughing John, which is a sort of homage to
McLaughlin.
However you say it. McLaughlin. Yeah.
Music is labeled as often labeled as jazz rock, but I don't hear much influences of jazz. Maybe I'm not a jazz fan, but it's mostly rock and psychedelic. These are the main parts. How would you see it?
I think that the idea behind it, about it, that the music should be open, free, everything should be possible and legal to do within the band. That's kind of the jazz sense.
It's more
that we brought into it.
Yeah.
It's more improvisation, actually.
Yeah.
That's a key word, not really jazz, but improvisation that we all got from a jazz.
It's more the idea of what you.
It's kind of an aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have to play the same, even though you play the same song every night, you don't have to play it in the same way.
So you always change your songs. You are always improvising.
We try to, yes.
Yeah.
It's not more the jam band feeling or some kind like that.
No.
Not.
We play the riffs and everything, but it's like I don't have to play like tu ku ka ku 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 ka. I can play ki ku ku ki ku and the same song. And it's just like that. It's not like if there's a singer, she's like, "Oh, you didn't play like you did yesterday." No, because you are free, and maybe you can play out of time or whatever. You can actually choose to do what you want. I think, as long as it suits the song and it sounds good.
Yes, of course, it's very good and very good idea. So
but we were probably more jazz on our first release in 2011 than we are now. Sound was more,
and also in that I played almost exclusively double bass, and you played on a jazz drum set.
Yeah.
And so the sound was more jazz trio, and then you pimped it up with some.
And you play always a stand bass or sometimes a normal bass. I guess I saw some videos on the internet.
I think right now, and also on the last record, I think it's 5 songs with electric, and then just 1 song with double bass. So it's changing from album to album, and we don't know what set list we're gonna do tonight. So it depends.
Is there a musical difference between the stand bass or the standing bass and the normal electric bass guitar?
Yes, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a totally different feel, I would say. And obviously, some things you play on the electric you can't play on the double because it's harder. But it's the ballads. I really don't like playing ballads on electric. I feel it feels wrong.
Ah, yes.
So some people know how to do it. I don't know. So,
And do you see a progress from album to album? You mentioned it in earlier times. You played more jazz, or do you see a progress or a change in your music for yourself?
No, I don't. I think we are quite kind of in the moment. I don't think we look very much back to what we've done. It's more like
we don't have a plan saying, "Oh, this album we're gonna do this or that." It's like we make songs together, and then those end up on that.
There's no direction or no company who says, "No, you have to do this and that," and
we're totally free.
But of course, we are having like different periods where we are into different stuff. So that is, of course, maybe if you've been listening a lot to prog music, then you get more interested in writing a prog song. But that changes all the time, I guess. What do you think?
And if you look back at album now, they're quite different actually. The first one was more jazzy. The second one had 10 songs that were like prog-ish.
Yeah.
And then the third album was more. Third and fourth was more like a longer period of time, or linked more together, I think. The last one, I guess, now is 6 songs that can stand by themselves as well.
Yeah. And did you ever consider to add lyrics or keyboards to your music?
We did have a keyboard player play with us at least once. We've been talking about it, but the core is the trio.
Of course.
Lyrics and vocals, it's never been interesting.
No,
at least for me, this is what we do, what we play, and Yeah.
Because many instrumental bands, they sometimes switch. For example, Apocalyptica, they started as a cello band, totally instrumental, and some other bands, and then they added vocals and lyrics to their music, but there's no idea.
No. They are.
I mean, anything can happen, but we don't have any plans for that.
No, it's true, yes. So, and you all studied musicians, and you were colleagues in the music academy in Oslo. So how important was this musical education for your own career as a band? Or would you see it?
That's where we met.
Yeah.
I think that was the most important, actually. Because we didn't go in the same class. I think I was in the first and you were in the second and you were in the fourth. But we knew each other. And for my part, it's more the people you meet when you study and you play with. And you try out different things, your own songs and other songs. And a lot of bands just don't. They just fall apart again. But then Hedvig asked us in 2009. She had just got a scholarship from Molde Jazz Festival. And she asked us, do you want to join me for the next year's concert?
Mm-hmm.
But we knew each other before that a little bit.
You had been
You
playing
had
on
been
my
playing,
exam.
and we had been playing.
Yeah.
We didn't.
No.
So the university was the base for your trio. You met each other, and then, but you.
It was not the university; it was the
academy.
Norwegian
Academy. It was okay.
Yeah.
Because it's just a difference because the university is theoretical.
Yeah, this was my idea.
And the academy is more like practical. Yeah. So
and can an academy teach you things for your work as a band, or is it more nice to have, or how would you see it?
We learned a lot about interacting, playing together, I would say, and how to listen to each other.
I don't think it was necessarily the jazz history lessons or the jazz arranging lessons. It was all the interplay we did, like projects 2 times a year with different bands, and you tested out different things and played with a lot of people. I think that was the most important. Not every small subject that we were studying. Well, for me it was. So.
And Ivar, how is it? Is it always fun to be the only male member in the band? Is it always good?
We played together for so long, and we're so grown up. So it's no difference.
No difference.
No, not at all.
Because this combination is not very often 2 women, 1 man, I guess. So this was my idea, but it seems very stable and intact.
We don't care actually.
Yeah, that was my idea as well. So, and you have received Hedvig many awards, and you mentioned it before. So, how important are these awards for you?
There are opportunities for a good venue and a good audience, and it's a nice place to show music for the first time. So it's a good opportunity to make new great music.
Yes, of course, and then it's a big honor. And did you have TV appearances because of your?
Not at all. None, I think. I did. Actually, the news came to all our release shows.
Oh yeah,
the 7 o'clock news.
But you also played with two other people and called it Hedvig Mollestad Trio, or you didn't call it, but that was broadcasting and called it that.
But you played on a very famous show.
But that had nothing to do with any of the prizes.
Oh, yeah.
The music we are not. In the 70s, the national broadcasting channel showed a lot of. At least recorded a lot of experimental music, but not today.
But they've been using our songs for some nature shows and sports events, actually, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not very often, but it happens.
Yes, and there are many great bands, rock bands from Norway.
Absolutely.
So, what's the reason for that? How could you explain it? Especially many the experimental bands and bands that are not connected to the mainstream. So what is the reason? What do you see?
Well,
It's a bit hard to tell, I guess.
I think it's one aspect is that when people study music in Norway, if they study jazz, it's a very liberal way of seeing jazz. It's not you have to study the standard, the American songbook, or you have to copy Coltrane, or you have to copy this or that person. It's basically go for 3 years and do your own thing. Be good at what you want to be. So that ends up a lot of people that are studying, they just find their own way, and then they create bands together. And it's a very open-minded education.
But it's also a lot of bands that has never been to the academies and stuff. And I think it's just like everywhere. It's a great do-it-yourself culture, actually. And people,
like do what you want to do yourself.
Yeah.
And also there were quite some musicians in the 70s and 80s that kind of put the Norwegian jazz music or experimental music on the map. So I think that kind of make people a little bold as well, to feel you have a story you can connect to, a history you can connect to, and there is a tradition, and you can see these people every day playing in small venues in Oslo. So I think also that has something to say. Could have. To me it has. Sometimes when we are playing small clubs, and there are no people there, I can sometimes think about my heroes, my Norwegian heroes, when they were touring, like Terje Rypdal or Jon Eberson, when they were touring on the same clubs, and finding it meaningful because of that, because I feel like
you're part of a tradition, or
somebody was here and probably didn't have too much audience, or maybe I did some places, but we can also,
but they made them
do it properly.
But I guess you've got some side projects. Is it hard to combine Hedvig Mollestad Trio and the side projects? Is it hard to combine all these various projects?
No.
You need to have a calendar that is very
synced
and
synchronized calendar. Then it's okay.
Ready.
No, but you have to plan a little bit. To plan well in advance. But you mean musically or practically?
Both, but more practically.
No.
Practically, it's okay. But I'm glad it's a trio, not a quintet.
Das ist richtig. And so what are your future plans as a band? The last album.
Tomorrow we have a day off.
That's good. And sightseeing, shopping.
I'm going to the Miniature Wonderland. Eisenbahn.
That's good. That's good. And
No, but we are going to finish this tour. It's this week, and then it's next week, and then we have one gig in December, just for fun, and then we are going to play a concert at the festival next year, and also with an extended version. So we're going to work on that material towards the summer, and then we will record that in the autumn probably, and release it 2021 early probably.
And maybe it's an idea, an adventure. Did you ever play in the United States, or are there any plans to bring your music to the United States, or maybe is it too expensive? Or
it's very expensive, but we were there once in 5 years ago. We had some shows there, and it was a lot of fun. So we will be back in the States, but
and people are emailing us, asking us to come.
That's good.
But it's like, is there enough to actually? If one person from Washington says, "Come here," it's not. You can't go for that one person.
It has to be well planned, because you have to apply for visa, and there's a lot of practical stuff to be done. But it's doable, and we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
But
we don't have rush. Canada has rush.
Hey!
Rush.
No, she's leaving.
Okay.
You are a Rush fan as well? Or-
Yes, I'm quite
Yeah,
a
she is.
Russian. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a fan as well for 38 years, since 81. And in June, Geddy Lee gave autographs. He was signing his book, big, beautiful book of bass, next to this venue. One in this bookshop, next to this venue, in the, a few meters further. Yes.
Will they have that book, do you think?
The Geddy Lee's big, beautiful book of bass, a very huge book. He was signing this book at the bookstore next to this venue.
Yeah.
It's, and
But will I have it in stock? If I go there now, will I be able to buy
you
it?
can buy it. Maybe you can get an autograph as well. I guess he's got some
Left
left. Some maybe. You have to ask there. I guess they've got it. Yeah, but it's a very huge book and very heavy, very huge.
Can't afford it on the plane back, probably.
It's very okay. Yes.
I think we're playing in 10 minutes. He said showtime 8:30.
I guess you are playing at 21 or at 9 p.m.
He said so.
He has written to me.
Oh,
Okay,
on
because
the
he said
email.
8:30.
No, I guess
Okay.
maybe you can ask him again.
Okay,
So no.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
These were my question. Do I have got some things to add? Something that is left out?
These people are really great to play with.
So
Yeah, same. No, but we actually love to be. I think Germany is the country we've been playing mostly in, I guess.
Yeah.
So, abroad?
Absolutely, I
Apart
think
from
so, yeah.
Norway. So we've been here a lot, and the audience and the reception is always very good.
Yes.
People here, it seems like they love music and want to get out, even though they haven't heard about the band before. They are just supportive and they're like, play more. And
Yeah.
And there are so many venues that make things happen.
Yeah.
On a like this kind of venue, which is just they're not working with it full time, but they're still making great things happen and inviting cool bands like Fire that played here.
Yeah.
Yes, and you played in Bremen for it was televised or recorded, I guess.
Yeah, we played in Bremen
For
several
jazz
times.
festival.
Yeah, the Jazz Ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we also played the Bremenale
Oh yeah.
and the Women in Emotion.
And this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think we've been there 4 or 5
4 times. I
Oh
guess.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
since 2011.
And Hamburg, we played at Fabrik.
Fabrik.
Yeah.
But not as a headliner. Or
It was only us, I think. Yeah,
the headliner show in the Fabrik.
the Fabrik. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Cool.
that was really nice.
Yeah.
Would love to come back there.
That was, I mean, for
5 years ago. I think, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for this nice
you so
interview.
much.
Thank
Keep
you
on
so much.
rock